Hello, everyone. This is the Philosopher King 2.0. This is a live stream that I should have put onto Twitter at least before posting. Let's see if I can do that real quick. So that's one of the things I don't like about the whole live stream thing is that you have to wait when you first get started for people to actually arrive. And so if you're watching this later, then you have to sit through all the part where you're just waiting for people to arrive, if anyone ever does. Give me just a second here. I'm going to post this to Twitter. I don't think that'll be enough time for people, but yeah, we'll post it. And then I'll have to stall for a few minutes. And again, I'm apologizing in advance for that. But we'll let that go. So in other words, you're just going to have to fast forward. What can I say? So hopefully, though, once I get started, it will go pretty quick. All right, posted it to Twitter, and we'll see what happens. We'll give it one more minute. So I guess I'll stall a little bit by I haven't been posting because you care, right? I mean, you've been waiting earnestly for my next videos, I can tell. But I have been busy. I started a produce farm, and this is the season when everything starts getting pretty busy for farmers, as you can imagine. Been fighting with the weather. It's been stalling us a little bit. Very wet outside, and the temperatures have been not very suitable for it to dry out. I think that's what I'm going for here. And you can't really work in sloppy fields, not with the way we do it. It's a produce farm. It's not like we're out there with big heavy machinery, which has the ability with the giant wheels and the more power to go through and just do what it is. We've got a couple of acres of garden beds, kind of a thing. Anyway, all right, so that's enough of the small talk. If you watch this, congratulations. Let me get on with the Kinesis review. So I've been doing some reviews of Kinesis for a while. I did an unboxing. You should be able to find those on my channel pretty easily by searching for it. And I went through my experience setting it up, what I liked about it. And if you are watching this, you are probably already aware of Kinesis. You're already interested in Kinesis. So I'm not going to go through an overview of what it is now. If you can look at some of my other videos for that. One of the main things I wanted to focus on in this video was the fact that I have earned some referrals, and I did finally get my first referral reward, which is 1/2 cow is what I've been calling it. So that's gold. It's like $10 worth of gold or something if you were to take delivery of it, which means that one of my referrals put in like $3,000, or I think a certain amount of activity. Also is kind of like you have to do. I mean, basically, they're making their money on the transaction fees, which if you're, in other words, let me just back up. people have to put in a certain amount, but then they also have to engage in a certain amount of transactions. And the fees on those transactions basically are what allow Kinesis to issue the rewards. Now, I think that's a little ungenerous because it's not like it's, I mean, yeah, it's a rebate on the fees that people are paying, I guess. But those fees have got to be to some degree kind of arbitrary. So I think they could be a little bit more generous on how they do that. But really, my point here is not necessarily to knock the referral program. I've talked about that before, but just to verify and make it clear that yes, this referral program does seem to be working. Like they're actually paying out on their promises for that. So if you're worried about that, if that's something that is a concern to you, then hearing from somebody that yes, it actually did work, is going to be important to you. I have not personally put in a whole lot more into Kinesis, and I've discussed this in a previous video, because the ability to send money, US dollars, to Kinesis, unless you're going to wire it, has been made more difficult. They suspended, or something happened with their agreement with TD Ameritrade, so you can't send it that way. Basically, your only option is to wire it. And well, that's not true. If you want to send straight up US dollars from like your bank account, just straight up cash, then you're going to have to do something like a wire. I was able to get my money in by sending it through Bitcoin. That's how I funded this account. I use crypto to do so, and that was actually a much easier process than trying to get US dollars in. So I don't know what's going on with that. There seems to be some regulatory problems or issues. People in the government, US government, don't like Kinesis or something. So the debit cards that draw off the Kinesis account that are available in other countries is not available in the United States, and that's not cool. The ability to send money into the account is not really available, except through like a wire or a circuitous route such as Bitcoin. That's not available. So these are problems. I don't know. Problems. These are things I don't like. If you live overseas, you're probably not going to have the same problems, is my guess. But Kinesis still has its advantages, and I'm getting more and more comfortable with the idea of just going ahead and sending a lot more real money into it. So I did want to mention a new thing that came out last couple months, which I don't believe I've talked about. Let me pull this up here. They now allow U.S. individuals only to actually order physical gold and silver from their website, and it ships only to the U.S. according to the note that I saw as I was going through here. And as you can see, I have it. I need to pull up the window here. Here we go. They have bars, they have coins, and I actually don't know what the price of silver is today, so I don't know how far that is off of spot. How about we look it up real quick. How about I do it over here? Just check this. Shouldn't take too long, right? $25. So, the markup on of course, who knows what the shipping is, right? So $25 is spot price today. Kinesis is selling it for 30. It's really not too shabby. I'm very curious to know what the shipping would be. But I think this is a good option for them to do. I'm glad that they've done this. It's another way to sort of validate that they're a real operation. Now, there's lots of, I've already talked about in some of my other videos. There's, every every indication is that it's a real company. But if you've seen what's happened with some of the other exchanges and such, then you know why I'm saying like that. It's like seems like it's like chaos out there. What can you trust? What can't you? But I would say that if they're going to send you physical gold or silver, then and you actually receive it, then hey, something real is definitely going on. So you can see that they have this now. My gold and silver has actually I've been buying it from First Majestic, but I think that I'm going to at least try this out and see how the process is, and then I'll update everybody on how it goes. But I thought people would be interested to know about this option, and I will definitely bring an update when I have it. Okay, so that's all I have. If anyone has questions, they're welcome to put them in the comments, and I'll get around to checking them out. Thanks for watching. This is Philosopher King 2.0. I'm out.